Have you ever found yourself captivated by a skilled magician, marveling at their ability to seemingly bend reality to their will? While magic tricks rely on sleight of hand and misdirection, there's a different kind of magic, a subtle yet powerful force that shapes our decisions every single day. It's called pre-suasion, the art of influencing choices before they're even consciously made. And today, we're embarking on a journey to uncover the secrets of this fascinating realm, exploring how it works, how it impacts our lives, and how we can harness its power ethically to create positive change, both for ourselves and for the world around us. Think for a moment about the countless decisions you make each day, from the mundane to the monumental. What to eat for breakfast, which route to take to work, whether to accept a new job offer. Each choice, no matter how small, contributes to the intricate tapestry of your life. But what if I told you that many of these decisions, seemingly products of conscious deliberation, are actually influenced by factors beyond your awareness, factors that subtly shape your perceptions, guide your preferences, and ultimately nudge you towards certain choices? That's the power of persuasion, a force that operates beneath the surface, silently shaping the landscape of our decisions. Now, the word influence can sometimes evoke a sense of unease. We often associate it with manipulation, coercion, or even outright deception, and rightfully so. Influence, when wielded irresponsibly, can be a dangerous tool. But influence in its purest form is simply the ability to affect someone's thoughts or actions, and that can be a profound force for good. Think about the positive influence of a cherished mentor, a wise teacher, or a captivating piece of art. These influences enrich our lives, broaden our perspectives, and inspire us to reach our full potential. Persuasion is about understanding the subtle yet powerful forces that shape our choices and using that knowledge to create positive change, to gently guide ourselves and others towards growth, fulfillment, and a richer, more meaningful life. Let's delve deeper into the unconscious nature of this influence. Our brains are constantly bombarded with an overwhelming deluge of information, far exceeding our capacity for conscious processing. To cope with this constant influx, our subconscious mind acts as a gatekeeper, filtering and prioritizing information based on a complex interplay of factors. These factors are the very keys to understanding and utilizing persuasion. By understanding how these factors operate, we can begin to unlock the secrets of influence, learning how to shape decisions in a way that aligns with our values and aspirations. Imagine, for a moment, that you're walking down a bustling city street. The aroma of freshly baked bread wafts from a nearby bakery, mingling with the sounds of street musicians and the vibrant colors of shop displays. Suddenly, you find yourself craving a warm, crusty baguette, even though you weren't even thinking about food a moment ago. This is persuasion in its most subtle form. The environment, the sensory tapestry of the city street, has primed your mind, making you more receptive to the idea of buying bread. It's a gentle nudge, a subtle shift in your perception, and yet it can have a profound impact on your choices. Now, this isn't just a charming anecdote. There's a wealth of scientific evidence to support the power of persuasion. Numerous social psychology experiments have demonstrated the remarkable influence of subtle cues on our decision-making processes. Consider the classic experiment involving a wine store that alternately played French or German music. On days when the melodic strains of French music filled the air, French wines mysteriously outsold German wines. And on days when German music echoed through the store, the opposite occurred. The music, a seemingly inconsequential detail, subtly shifted customer preferences, guiding their choices without them even realizing it. It's a testament to the power of persuasion, a reminder that our decisions are often shaped by factors beyond our conscious awareness. So how does this fascinating phenomenon work on a deeper level? One of the key principles underlying persuasion is the concept of unity and identification. We are inherently drawn to people and messages that resonate with us, that make us feel a sense of belonging and connection. Think about Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of all time. He cultivates a strong sense of unity with his shareholders by writing his annual letters in clear, concise language, avoiding complex jargon and technical terms. He speaks directly to them as if they're sitting across from him, sharing a cup of coffee and a conversation. This creates a powerful sense of trust and camaraderie, making his shareholders more receptive to his message and more likely to support his decisions. Consider how this principle applies to your own life. Have you ever noticed how much more open you are to advice from someone you trust, someone you feel understands your values and perspectives? That's the power of unity and identification at play. By establishing common ground, by emphasizing shared values and experiences, we create an environment of trust and receptivity, making it easier to connect with others and influence their decisions in a positive and meaningful way. Let's now explore the profound impact of language on our decisions. The words we choose, the way we frame our messages, can profoundly influence how others perceive information and ultimately, how they make choices. Imagine two different headlines describing the same event. $1 million stolen from local bank paints a vivid picture of vulnerability and loss, while local bank safeguards $99 million, emphasizes security and resilience. Both headlines convey the same basic information, but they frame it in dramatically different ways, shaping our perception of the bank's effectiveness and trustworthiness. Before we proceed further, it's crucial to address the ethical considerations surrounding persuasion. Like any powerful tool, persuasion can be used for good or for ill. The defining factor is intention. Are you using these principles to genuinely benefit someone, to empower them to make choices that align with their best interests? Or are you employing these techniques to manipulate or deceive, to coerce them into actions that serve only your own selfish purposes? The line between ethical and unethical influence can be blurry, so it's essential to cultivate a strong moral compass and to act with integrity and respect. Let's examine some practical examples of ethical persuasion in action. Imagine you're trying to encourage a friend to adopt a healthier lifestyle. Instead of simply lecturing them about the benefits of exercise and nutrition, you could ask them, "Do you consider yourself someone who values their health and well-being?" By affirming their commitment to health, you prime them to be more receptive to your suggestions for positive change. It's not about trickery, it's about aligning your message with their existing values and aspirations. Consider another scenario, a financial advisor guiding a client towards a sound investment strategy. Instead of simply presenting the facts and figures, the advisor might say, "If I were advising my own family, this is the strategy I would recommend." This invokes the principle of unity and trust, reassuring the client that the advisor has their best interests at heart and is offering guidance they would provide to their own loved ones. Now, how can we protect ourselves from the potential pitfalls of unethical persuasion? The first and most crucial step is awareness. By understanding the principles of persuasion, you can begin to recognize when these techniques are being used on you, whether consciously or unconsciously. Pay close attention to your environment, the language being used, and the emotions you're experiencing. Are you being subtly nudged in a particular direction? Are you feeling pressured to make a decision you're not entirely comfortable with? By cultivating awareness, you empower yourself to make conscious, informed choices, free from undue influence. Let's now explore some fascinating experiments that shed light on the power of persuasion. In one study, researchers placed a guitar in a corner of a retail store. On days when the guitar was present, customers tended to spend more time browsing and were more likely to make purchases, even if they weren't consciously aware of the guitar's presence. The guitar, a symbol of creativity and leisure, subtly altered the atmosphere of the store, creating a more relaxed and inviting environment that encouraged shoppers to linger and explore. Another intriguing experiment involved showing participants images of clouds or coins before asking them to estimate how much they'd be willing to pay for a particular product. Those who were briefly exposed to images of clouds tended to offer higher estimates, associating the airy, light feeling of clouds with a sense of freedom and higher value. Conversely, those who saw images of coins associated with groundedness and practicality tended to give lower estimates. These images, flashed subliminally, had a measurable impact on their perception of value, demonstrating the power of even fleeting visual cues to shape our judgments and decisions. Let's not forget the compelling experiment involving infants. Researchers discovered that even babies with their limited cognitive abilities are susceptible to the influence of social cues. When presented with a toy that was just out of reach, babies who observed an adult struggling to reach for the toy were more likely to persist in their own attempts to retrieve it, compared to babies who saw an adult easily obtain the toy. This highlights the deeply ingrained human tendency to mimic and be influenced by the actions of others, a tendency that begins in infancy and continues to shape our choices throughout our lives. It underscores the profound impact of social influence, even at the earliest stages of development. So how can you integrate these principles of persuasion into your own life, using them ethically to create positive change and influence outcomes in a way that aligns with your values and goals? Here are 6 practical tips to guide you on your journey. 1. Create a positive and inviting environment. Whether it's your home, your workplace, or your online presence, the environment you cultivate can have a profound impact on the perceptions and behaviors of those around you. Consider the details, the colors, the lighting, the sounds, the overall ambiance. Create a space that fosters the emotions and behaviors you want to encourage, a space that resonates with your values and aspirations. 2. Use language strategically and thoughtfully. Choose your words carefully, framing your messages in a way that resonates with your audience and encourages the desired outcome. Be mindful of the connotations of different words and phrases, selecting those that align with your intentions and evoke the desired emotional response. 3. Build rapport and cultivate trust. People are far more likely to be persuaded by someone they trust and feel a genuine connection with. Invest time and effort in building authentic relationships based on mutual respect, understanding, and shared values. 4. Emphasize shared values and common ground. Highlighting shared values creates a sense of unity and belonging, increasing receptivity to your message and fostering a sense of collaboration and shared purpose. 5. Connect with emotions authentically and empathetically. Emotions play a pivotal role in decision-making. Connect with your audience on an emotional level, but do so with sincerity and empathy, ensuring that your message resonates with their genuine feelings and experiences. 6. Maintain transparency and act with integrity. Always be upfront about your intentions and avoid using these techniques to manipulate or deceive. Act with integrity, respecting the autonomy and dignity of others. Remember, persuasion is a powerful tool, capable of shaping decisions in profound ways. Used ethically, it can be a catalyst for positive change, empowering you to build stronger relationships, achieve your goals, and make a meaningful contribution to the world. But used unethically, it can be a destructive force, eroding trust and undermining relationships. The choice, as always, is yours. Now, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on how you can apply these principles in your own life. What small changes can you make to your environment, your language, or your interactions that could have a positive ripple effect, influencing outcomes in a way that aligns with your values and aspirations? The possibilities are limitless. The power of persuasion is within your grasp. Use it wisely, and remember, every interaction, every conversation, every choice is an opportunity to influence, to inspire, to create a world that reflects our highest ideals. The question is, what kind of world will you help create? The answer lies within you. Cultivate your understanding of persuasion and let it be a guiding light on your journey towards positive change. The journey begins now. Take the first step. Embrace the power of persuasion and unlock your potential to create a brighter future for yourself and for the world.